On the give, here's Henry. Yeah! And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Gonna go right back to Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Henry tries to bull his way in. Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Detroit. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, smash Bronco.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's down the field for Lamb. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down. They'll go again here with Henry. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
On the return is Jones. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 40, 70. 18, run, 18, run.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. Oh, he just does beat the play clock. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Into space. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Cougar 19. Here we go, shot.
Back to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
The third quarter begins with a run. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Go.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it inside the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Over the top, he's got it. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion is Hill. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, Seahawks. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. taking a shot downfield for Smith. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And the rush gets home, he'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. First and 10 now from the 36.
Go!
Right back to the air following that pick six. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll be third down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Street, ready.
They'll throw here on third and short. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit. All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's Henry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Timeout Seahawks, that is their second. Talk things over before third down. Now Jones. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Again, it's Jones. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the